when you think about how Joel Embiid is approaching this injury, has approached the playoffs, has approached his career, it really just shines more light on Ben Simmons' deficiencies. And yes, Ben Simmons is no longer a Philadelphia 76er. He is now a Brooklyn Net. And he's no longer our problem. It came out that Ben Simmons will not play in game 4 for the Brooklyn Nets. And it's interesting because we saw the writing on the wall with Ben Simmons. We tried to tell people very, very early that Ben Simmons is not the guy you want to put your faith in. And for some reason, people still was camping for this guy. Now, yes, Ben Simmons is a very talented individual. Ben Simmons is someone that plays tremendous defense, can guard 1 through 5. Ben Simmons is someone who can facilitate, distribute, create open shots for your team. You know, he does all the scrappy stuff. He's like he's a glorified Draymond Green. But here's the difference. Draymond Green is not afraid to shoot the ball. He's not afraid to take shots if he's open. Draymond Green will make you pay. Ben Simmons, on the other hand, not so much. Ben Simmons is sheep. Ben Simmons is a lamb waiting to be stricken by the big bad wolf. Ben Simmons is the type of guy that will leave you to drown. Ben Simmons is the type of guy that you cannot put your stock in. Don't bet on the Ben Simmons stock. It's crashing before your very eyes. But you could put your money in that Joel Embiid stock. Yes, every now and again it has dips due to unforeseen circumstances, be it a torn ligament in his right thumb. But one thing you can always bet on, that Joel Embiid stock will always rise again. You can put your faith in the Joel Embiid stock. You can bet on Joel Embiid giving you his all. You can bet on him committing to his teammates, committing to the game, committing to greatness. You can bet on those things, but you cannot bet on a man like Ben Simmons. And the word is the Brooklyn Nets are starting to grow frustrated with this process with Ben Simmons. And understandably so. Ben Simmons is not showing you that he cares about anyone other than himself. Ben Simmons is not showing you that he is willing to put himself on the line for his teammates. But what he has shown you is that all he cares about is the $20 million he lost from the Philadelphia 76ers. He has enough gall, enough wherewithal to file a grievance against his former team over lost wages. But if I'm not mistaken, you didn't earn those wages. What job do you know of will pay you for not being there? You tried to come in and assume that you can half-ass your job and still get paid properly. I think not, my friend. So the Brooklyn Nets, you're getting what you have. And the Brooklyn Nets are on the verge of being swept in the first round by the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum and those boys, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, they ain't playing. You think they playing? So Ben Simmons is literally a failure, in my opinion. Not a failure from a success perspective. He made it to the NBA. He's made millions upon millions of dollars. Yes, Ben Simmons is a millionaire. He's not a failure by those metrics. But when you compare him to his peers, he is a failure amongst his NBA brethren. You don't think they're talking about this man? What Ben Simmons don't realize is he's going to make it much harder for other guys going forward to get their money. And look, I'm all about guys getting their money. Don't get it twisted. I'm not here to talk about taking away the guaranteed contract. But what I am here to talk about is a guy named Ben Simmons who's making it hard for other brothers to get their money. Kyrie Irving, another guy, hasn't been reliable all season. Another guy who you don't want to put too much stock in. Kevin Durant, who is he? Where has he been? And these things that you're seeing go on with the Brooklyn Nets should make you appreciate Joel Embiid and your Philadelphia 76ers that much more. Daryl Morey is looking like a genius. Daryl Morey is looking like a genius trading for James Harden. He got James Harden and sent over a player that wasn't giving him any minutes, Andre Drummond, who was virtually unplayable in crucial minutes, Seth Curry, who's streaky and can't play defense, he's a liability, and he's small. So my thing is, you traded those three assets and some first round picks, obviously, but it's the NBA. Those are irrelevant. You traded those three assets for James Harden, who, yes, He is on the north side of 30. And yes, his game is slowly beginning to decline. Those things are happening. But we have to acknowledge the fact that James Harden has positioned himself into this new role, this new facilitator role, this new playmaker role.